Hey, we are now live. Guess we are live.
Are we live? Can you see us? Can you hear us?
Checking.
Let us know in the chat.
On the interwebs.
Just checking if everything works. Everything works.
Okay,
yes.
Welcome. We are live, and I see everyone is in the chat already. What's up, everyone? Yeah, first time doing this on YouTube since we did Demodrop last week on Instagram. We thought, let's do this on YouTube, man. It's dope, and we can see your comments better. And after that, we can just leave it on YouTube, and you guys can watch back if your track has been played, and we gave feedback. You can just view back what we said. So yeah, dope that you are all here. We are doing a demo drop every Thursday from now on. We just liked it so much last week.
There's some good tracks in there as well. So
yeah,
it's
for sure.
promising.
I see some of here Novice sent us a track last week. He's also in the chat. What's up, everyone? Florian Arnold, hey man. Nasri, Nick, what's up? Dylan Anderson says, hey. Jonathan Florence Music says, YouTube is better. That's what we also think for this kind of stuff.
Better audio for you as well.
Hey, Novice says, well, then I don't have to record it. That's a good thing for you guys.
On your phone as well. So for today, we're gonna skip a bit through the tracks a bit faster so we can do more tracks. And everybody that sent us an email to our promo email, promo@tomandjame.com, within the subject Demodrop.
Yeah.
All the emails that we received until now are added into one big, perfect, cool looking. It's going up in a spinning wheel.
Yeah, we want it to be fair for everyone. So for the people that are seeing this for the first time, it's really simple. We're going to do this every Thursday, and you can send us your demo up until the live stream starts. Like James said, you can send it to demo promo@tomandjame.com, and you have to put in the subject line that it's for the demo. What do I call it?
Demo drop.
The demo drop, yes. So that if you cannot send any tracks now, but you can do it later for next week maybe. So the Wheel of Fortune. We put in all your names, and we're just gonna spin and start off, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we decided to do the spinning wheel because there were so many, and we want to give
everyone a fair chance.
Yeah. So let's spin for the first name. Love the sound.
And the winner is Zalex or Zalex or how we pronounce this. I don't know. We got a winner. Okay, check it out.
So let's go. Where is he? Yes, got it.
There he is. Let's go. Track is called ID.
Oh, I like the name. By the way, you can give a grade to the track as well in the chat. So it might be fun if everyone gives it like 1 out of 10. Like if you like it
or more.
8, yeah. Could be 11 out of 10 as well.
Yeah. So let's rate the tracks in the comments, guys.
So that's also for the people watching that the guy that's the track is being played of, Jesus, can also see what others think about it.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
All right, let's go.
So that was the first demo by Xenix. I think the melody is cool, but I feel like the chords aren't working really well. Like, try out some different chords or a different bass line that fits the melody better.
Yeah, it could be a little bit more emotional.
Yeah. And also arrangement-wise, the same melody is playing over and over again, and there's not really building something.
Yeah. And also, I think if you look at, for instance, the bass and stuff like that, it could use a little more bass, but also some of the bass sounds you chose might be like an octave too high, because I feel that there's a lot going on in the mid and the high, and there's not a lot of power in the bass, sound-wise.
But I think, production-wise for the rest, it's quite cool, but needs some work.
And cool thing is,
chat.
Yeah, I saw a lot of comments also like needs a vocal.
Yeah.
I think it might be really good for a vocal right now, the way you arranged it. But also if you're choosing not to do a vocal, it really needs something special in the breakdown, I guess.
Yeah.
So cool track, man. So what are other people saying? Barat B says the bass sounds weak. Yeah, I agree. The bass could be better. Weedle Music says maybe also try to make the second drop different.
Yeah.
I agree with him or her.
Think about the story that you're trying to tell with the track. What's going to be the ultimate highlight?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna spin the wheel again.
Wait a minute. Okay. You want to go fast?
DJ EDM bass.
We gotta win. Oh man. Already hate that effect on the website.
Let's see.
MKZKY, is the submissions closed? Yes, for now it is. You can send your demos until Thursday, 5 o'clock. So you can send in a new demo for next week, though. We will be doing this again next week, Thursday.
So this is a demo of Alex Mason Companion.
Nice. I would have said 4Lex.
4Lex. 4Lex M4.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Okay, dope. It's dope, man. Good vibes. Really energetic. Overall, the real track, the whole track, the real track. Yeah, like better chords, for instance, than the last one. Like it gives me more feelings in the beginning straight away. I love that the melody changes at the end. It has a kind of a little surprise element. I do think it's a little bit like too heavy on the drop, because there's like crowd stuff going on and a lot of noise. Might dim that down a little bit, because I don't feel like it does really good to the mix.
Mm-hmm.
And I get like the tension is really nice in the first break and the drop, but then second break is a little bit like I've seen it and nothing really new happens, so I kind of tend to get a little bit board there.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you can add an arc to the second break to give it a bit more speed.
Yep.
And I'm also missing like a counter melody in the second half of the drop, because it gets a bit predictable, and maybe a counter melody would give some extra vibes so the energy keeps building.
Yeah. So let's dive into the comments. I see some people agree also with the background effects. A little bit too much crowd noise. Kick and the bass are also fighting for space. Little bit. Him says dope track. To me, maybe it sounds a little bit messy in the drop with everything going on behind main lead layers. I agree. It could be a little bit more subtle, I guess.
Yeah. Well, what grade do you give it?
Sorry. I would give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, me too.
What do you guys think?
Okay.
And meanwhile, we'll be checking out a new one. Third demo, guys. Let's see who it is. Hey! Oh. Alright, it's Quaza. He's the next one. Alright, for the last track, I see someone says it's a 6 out of 10. Other one says it's a 6 out of 10. Just because of the mix. 3 people say it's a 6. Alright, dope.
Quaza
music. And the track is called
Sick World.
Sick World. Or Sick World.
Okay.
Alright.
Cool track once again. I think the drop has nice energy and nice power. I think
Energy-wise, it's good. Yeah.
yeah, I think the drums are working really well. Like it's driving a lot.
I'm not really a fan of the lead sound. I guess it sounds a little bit like too much, like it's already been done a lot. So
Maybe a bit too much preset like.
it sounds a little bit like that. Yeah.
So maybe you can add some layers with some unique character to it, so it stands out a bit more.
Yep.
And also like the part between the first drop and the second break, like the outro drop, you could maybe use a different sound there and filter it a bit so it's a bit more fluent.
Yeah, or change melody a little bit.
And I think the vocal in the second break doesn't really have anything to do with the whole track.
Yeah, and it's a little bit like muddy in the mix. So if you would really add a vocal to it, I would choose to put it more up front. It might be that the vocal quality is not really good. So that's a little hard then, but then I would choose a different vocal, because now it's there, but it doesn't really get you.
No, and I don't feel like it fits the break vibe. I think the break is maybe a bit like sweet compared to the drop, and then you have like an aggressive rapping vocal.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. What do you guys think in the comments?
I see him says, weird suggestion, but it could sound more aggressive if the note length was shorter at times. Not sure about the lead sound too, but nice idea. Yeah, it might be a little bit more bouncy maybe.
It's always a good idea to have differences in your note length. It gives it more of a vibe. And
okay,
Leo Kostner is asking a good question.
For the remix competition, is it still possible to join the Facebook group today or tomorrow? When is the deadline? Deadline is 1st of May, right?
Yeah, 1st of May.
So deadline is tomorrow. So
is it tomorrow, 1st of May again?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. So yeah, you can
work hard.
You can join the Facebook group, but the deadline is tomorrow, man.
Yeah.
All right. I see Weed Music says 7 out of 10 for the drop idea. And Alexander Salas says, maybe use the half-step relationship for the melody so it could sound even darker with a different lead. Okay, cool. I would rate it a 6 out of 10. Yes.
Yeah, I think the drop could be really dope.
It can be improved.
Yeah. So.
All right, on to the next one, guys. And I like to see you all creative in the comments, man. It's good that you are also giving feedback. That's dope. Dean says 7.5.
Michael
Riedel is the new winner. Let's go.
Let's see.
It's Michael, where you at, boy?
Yes.
There he is.
Weedle.
Oh, I see one good question from Novice. If the other names will still stand after spinning. I think it's best for us if we delete the inbox after this session and you send in new music for next week, right? Otherwise, we will have an inbox that is like too big for.
Yeah, maybe.
So I think we will do this week's. We will do the names this week, and if you're the lucky one, then yay for you. And if you're not being spinned, you can send in again or send a new track.
Yeah. Okay.
Weedle's turn. Darkness. Weedle says, I'm writing it down. Let's go.
Feeling like a dead in a hole. Yesterday Yesterday I was in darkness, I was just living in pain. Yesterday
Okay, cool. That was Weedle.
Wheel.
I hear some ideas that I like. Like, I think the bass sound could be cool, but it feels a bit static. Like it's on every note, and sometimes it feels a bit random. The bass line.
I think it follows the lead melody too much, like as do 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 do, and I think the bass could be maybe longer. It's really like static, too bouncy, I guess.
Yeah, and I think the lead could stay the same, but then have the bass line like dun, 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 something like that. So it gets a bit of groove and a bit of movement.
Yep.
And I'm curious, like Weedle is also in the chat, where did the vocal came from? Did you do it yourself or one of your friends? Because it sounds...
It needs pitching, and it needs work to actually process it. So curious about that.
But if you record it yourself or one of your friends, I would highly promote that. That's really good, and you learn a lot from that. It was a strange Indian man. Okay.
Okay. It needs some pitch work, some melodyne work maybe, because some of the notes that he hits are not in the right key. And also in the drop you have a few fills that are not in the right key of the track, so you have to watch that as well.
Yeah. But thanks for sending in, and keep going. Next one. Ooh, that was a close finish.
Okay, how do we pronounce this? Ishan Unial, I guess. I don't know.
Slip and Slide by Tranquill.
All right, let's go.
Let's go, lose control, slip inside on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control, slip inside on the dance floor. Let's go, lose control, slip inside on the dance floor. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's dance floor. Slip inside on the dance floor.
Dope, energetic.
You're
yeah.
gonna say something about the vocal.
Oh no, I was looking at you because I kind of felt when the drop was hitting, I kind of felt like this might be something you like from back in the days, you know.
Okay.
It's a little bit like, I don't know, it reminded me of a little bit like Jax or something like that back in the days. Funky. Big thing for me is in the drop, the bass line and the drop melody. They don't really work together for me. I was really trying to focus on, okay, I was kind of seeing what to focus on. Do I focus on the melody, on the bass line? And I don't think that's really good. So try to see if you can do a different bass line melody, or maybe do it a little bit more as the lead melody is playing. Vocal, what did you want to say? Like it's a little bit off, I guess. Yeah. I'm really always like almost annoyingly complaining about vocals that are off. I noticed it, but it's fixable.
It wasn't really on time, so the end feels a bit late every time.
Yeah, so you might want to check that and warp that.
And I think also one point, the melody in the drop is kind of catchy, but it doesn't have an ending for me. Like it
Keeps on going in the loop. Yeah.
And sometimes you want a melody like to really end. So you've how do you explain it? It feels like it's not finished every time.
Yeah.
If you know.
Right, guys, let me see. Then Carter says, I'd remove that vocal, but the drop is cool. Jonathan Flores says, I like the idea a bit Melbourne bounce. Yeah, it kind of has that Melbourne bounce feel. I think it's dope. Dean says, is everybody getting its turn with demos? Probably not, because we will be doing this for maybe 10 or 15 minutes more. So we'll get on to the next one quickly.
Wheel of Names.
Wheel of Names. Click gewoon, hè?
Ja.
Oh, dat is trippy. Oh! Alright. Seats phase. Probably Dutchman. Weedle says still a 7 out of 10, I think, the last track.
Okay, here we go.
I remember we were too broke to have a car, hitchhiking down the highway to get to the supermarket store, buying beer with IEDs that don't even look like ours. But we never cared. We were rich in love. We were young and in love, and nothing seemed to matter but the time we spent together. We grew up and lost touch. I'll always keep your photograph warm inside my heart, and I pretend that you're still mine. We were young and in love. We were young. We were young.
Dope. Well produced.
Yeah,
think-
well produced, dope vibes.
I think the vocal in the break is cool. Gives a really good vibe. Drop sound-wise works really well.
Yeah. But like feeling wise, I get really like the break is dope, vibes all over the place, good vocal, and also the build up. It really leads me up towards the drop. I'm really excited to hear it, but then the drop feels a little bit disappointing, not because of the mix or the sounds, but more because of the groove it has. It's a little bit difficult to follow, I guess.
Yeah, one thing that you can use is if you play the track to your sister or your mom or your dad or a friend, see if they can hum or sing the melody back.
Yeah.
And I think because of the stops, you're making it a bit too difficult. Like it plays with your mind. Expectation when listening to music is a big thing, and it surprises me every time. So I can really get used to it.
Yeah, and I also see a comment from Jonathan Florence Music. He says, I think the pauses in the drop kind of kills the drive. I can agree with that. I like, we like to use it as well. Sometimes a track needs some pauses, just to keep the funkiness alive. I think it might be a little bit too much, or the pauses are too long. So you can check out if you can just tweak that and make it a little bit less stopping.
A bit more subtle.
Dope track. I would rate it 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5, but it could be 8.5, 9 if you just fix those.
8 for me.
Yeah. Dope, man.
Next one.
Every time. Android is the next one. Android.
This is a
track Android featuring Alien.
And he wants to collab.
All right. Cool. Overall, the drop is really wet, I think we could call it. I do think that it has potential, though. I like the kick and bass, the vibe of it. I do think that if you could really make it less wet, less reverb and stuff, and compress it better, the kick and the bass combination could be a cool drop. Really dry, actually. Mm-hmm. And it might not even need the lead, because I don't think the lead is very special.
Melody is catchy, though.
Yeah.
But
True.
I think overall there are too many ideas in this track. Like, you have a epic intro and then a vocal. Over here you have like a riser that's coming in like really loud, and it's building onto nothing, and you have a different theme in your second break. Drop isn't really introduced, So maybe choose like which part am I gonna use and use the other things for a different track.
Yeah.
And yeah, mixing wise, there's a big like stab and horn throughout the drop that's like going nuts. It's fucking up your whole mix. So mixing wise, there's something to win, and idea wise, make it more simple.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
What do you guys think?
I see. I'm Spaceman says feels like a very long build. Weedle says I cannot give any feedback on that one. Then Carter says break is sketchy, and Ronek dude says lead is thin.
No. What kind of grade? I would give it a 6.
Yeah. I would give the idea a 6, but like if you see it mix wise, I'd give it a 5, I guess.
Okay.
Next one. I think we're going to do 2 more, guys, and then it's on to next week.
Ragnar.
We've got a winner. All right.
Remix.
Okay. Yeah, we can't do remixes on live stream.
No.
We might get kicked out. Only tracks that are not released. No remixes, bootlegs, because we can't listen to them on YouTube right now. Otherwise, we will get kicked out of the live stream. We don't want that.
So
Alright,
we'll send you some quick feedback.
Yep.
Yeah. What?
All right, Audio Jacks is the next one.
Where is he? Where is he? There he is.
Well, I stimped it.
Turn it down. Turn it down. Turn it down.
Do you recognize the snare build?
Yeah.
Turn it down. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Turn it down.
I was expecting that. All right. For me, I can be very honest. It sounds a lot like it's still in work in progress. It's a really short demo. The drop melody is like a ongoing loop, so definitely change that.
Sound could be cool.
Sound could be cool. It hits pretty cool.
Look out arrangement wise, because you have this little fill in the middle.
Yep.
And you put that in between your drop.
Yeah.
And I noticed that in the end, that when I felt like, okay, the drop needs to stop now, you had like 2 bars more. So always, if you're doing like little fills where you cut out the leads or the bass lines or whatever, make sure that it's still the same block.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you get like weird timings.
All right. It's time for the last one of this week. Wheel of Names. Here we go. And the last one is Dren.
2 tracks. Only gonna check one.
Ring the alarm. Let's go. Okay, cool. Not really my style. I like the idea though, with the ring the alarm stuff, but I think the alarm kind of sound is way too thin. So it doesn't really get your attention. While it should actually be like the main thing throughout the track. Funny thing, it reminds me a little bit of a really old track by Afrojack called "Music Is Magic." I guess check that out.
Yeah.
He kind of did the same thing with that sound, but there the sound really hits you, and you're like, okay, this is really, really dope. If I look at the whole track, I think the breakdown really doesn't fit the drop. The drop is pretty like dark and hard hitting and rave stuff, and then the break is really happy piano stuff.
I think there's a lot of to win like energy wise throughout the track, because the energy is really high every time, and if you want your drop to hit hard, you need to make like a contrast. So after the first build up, I was like, okay, this is a really high energetic drop, but it doesn't really lead into it. So it's better to have like a more simple, less hard build up then. Also lower in volume, but mostly also the elements less energetic. And the break starts immediately with chords. Give us some time to rest. If you think about a crowd after a really energetic drop and still like you get chords immediately, give us some time, filter it in. This way you also get more tension throughout the track.
Okay, cool. Let me see if there's some feedback from the other guys. Maybe lower the volume of the break and build up. It's quite loud compared to the drop. Yeah, I agree. Drop sounds a bit dark, kind of missing some mid and high frequencies.
Yeah. Okay, let's do one more. Last one.
A quick one. Let's go. Domenica.
Yes. Some unique vibes in here. I think overall it's a cool track. I think the vibe is cool. It could hit harder though. Like I feel the sounds are a bit thin maybe. Like the kick and bass sounds cool, has a nice drive to it. But especially the first sound could have like a lower synth underneath it as well. So it's like, okay, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah.
You know?
And the end of the melody where it only has the percussion, there's a lot of like emptiness in between, and that really gets me out of the vibe of the drop melody. So my head is like nodding, and then at the end of the melody I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do, and then I have to wait again. Also a small detail, when I saw this, like the name, the track, and like the artwork and stuff, it all reminds me of Matroda, and that's what I would normally say to someone, like try to see if I don't know if that's what you're aiming for, but try to do like your own way of everything
Yeah,
to
and
keep it new.
yeah, small point for me. You have like a sub downer before you drop. Make sure it has no low end or that it's really low in volume, because you're giving a lot of bass before the drop, and then your drop doesn't hit as hard as it could be.
All right, guys, that was the last one.
What would you rate it?
I would rate it. What would you rate it? I don't know. It's
7.5 for me.
7.5 as well, I guess. Yeah, it's a dope track. All right.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope you had fun.
We did. We sure did. Unfortunately, we cannot do all the demos, but next week, a new chance. We will be doing this every week. So send your demos to promo@tomandjame.com and add demo drop to the I forget.
Subject is Demodrop.
Subject should be Demodrop, and then we will listen to it.
Only original work.
Yeah.
So we can play bootlegs and remixes.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of that, we won't.
We won't get kicked out of the live stream because we don't want that. All right, guys, spread the word. Finish your tracks and send them in next time. Hope to see you again. Peace.